I got money in my sleep, I could never be weak.
Let me ask you a question, boys.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. It's your boy Bush. On that Bullite channel, you already know what we do here. Today, a lot of things on the table. We're going to react to some things. But like I said before, man, let's bring this New Year's in right. On a positive note, everybody progress, get your money, do what you got to do. All that little shit, the petty shit, leave it behind. All the petty shit, you feel me? We on to new things, bigger and better shit. You know, what we going to start with today, everybody already reported on it. 50 versus Papoose. Let me tell you something, 50. Them Brooklyn boys this ain't no Ja Rule situation. This ain't no situation where you got all the power and you could just crush somebody. Nah, them Brooklyn boys, you know, they different. They play dirty. You see what happened with Fabulous? He set it on you. You sent the warning. Oh, you're gonna regret that. And now you know Papoose. You talk about the man's queen, the man's girl, and think it's not gonna be. You know, there's not going to be no answer for that. You bugging out. Come on now. Papoose always been a real one. He stood up to everybody from Max B to Fat Joe to whoever else came and got in his path. He ain't one of them ones like you could just push over. It don't matter about his rap career or whatever, how big or small that is. Pause. That's Papoose. That's a Brooklyn boy. You got Fabulous and Papoose on you. Man. Be careful, homie. I know you're going to play dirty. You're going to fight dirty. But when Diddy's sons drop that documentary, if they really do it, oh, my God. Because we're going to see, like, you ain't perfect, too. Nobody perfect. We can make a documentary about everybody in the industry, and it'll be some shit to make you like, oh, damn. Everybody. The ones you think are the angels. And it'll be some shit up in there. But 50-50, you fucking with Pap. And that might not be the right move, right decision. You want to violate his girl? Yikes. Oh, let's just get a rundown of what's going on so I could be updated and refreshed. Fucking with the wrong one, though. I know that for a fact. That boy Pap ain't having
and Papoose beefing in 2026 on my bingo card. Why'd I log on Instagram? What do I see? AI videos, dancing in heels, Clarissa Shields somehow in the middle, and 50 Cent doing what 50
Pap started that AI shit first. Fuck it. You already know you playing with 50. You gotta fight dirty. This is 50 Cent here. Go, let's go. Shit. He look like that type of dude anyway.
Cent does best, trolling grown men on the internet. This one is crazy. Let's break this all the way down. So this situation low-key started behind the scenes, not with Papoose at first. 50 Cent had been going back and forth with other
tell the truth. The shit started with 50 Cent. Tell the truth.
People online, right? Then he makes a post involving Clarissa Shields, who everybody knows has been publicly linked with Papoose. Now 50 posted, then deletes it. But y'all know the internet never forgets. And that's when Papoose is like, hold on, why am I being mentioned? Why my situation being joked about? And that's when Papoose decides to jump off the porch. Now here's where it gets nasty. Instead of rapping, instead of talking directly, 50 Cent posted an AI-generated video trolling Papoose and Clarissa Shields.
So, okay. 50 started the AI first. I knew that wasn't Papoose. I knew it. That couldn't have been. I knew something told me, nah, that ain't Pat who started that shit. 50 started that bullshit first. So it's fair game now.
Everything I did for you. I did it because I love you. Don't you felt the same way about me?
Me love you? Bet you got to be crazy. I use you. You're a toy, bitch. A freak. You get your big country. Breezy. Back to the country where you...
I heard 50 got a little friendship with old girl Remy Ma. They, you know, and then all of a sudden you see Remy Ma, on a new post. I got a new network coming out. I'm fine. Everything is great. She dressed up, got her makeup on. She looked totally different. All of a sudden, timing it, you know, this shit is all this all an attack. You already see what's going on. They hated that black love that Papoose and Remy, that Papoose and Carissa had. They got right now. They don't like that shit. 50 working in cahoots, bitch ass nigga. But he started the AI shit.
You belong.
I'm gonna kick your ass.
50 Cent wrote the caption. Now you see that? That's assault. You can't just go around putting your hands on people. LOL. Happy New Year. And I'm not gonna lie. 50 knows exactly what he's doing. He's not arguing. He's not explaining. He's just posting stuff that makes people go, hey, yo, what is this? This is classic 50 Cent behavior. Psychological warfare. Embarrassment over bars. Now, Papoose was not going outside. Papoose came back on his own AI post, and this time it was 50 Cent dancing in heels.
I can't even look at that. That shit look crazy as hell, Pap. Pap a vicious nigga. You could tell. He ain't that nigga mad as fuck. He furious. I think Pap really could take 50 on a one-on-one fade.
Then Papoose wrote the caption, no, stop deflecting, Curtis. The world is still waiting on your response to fabbing it. You from the South Side, do something. Fight or flight. Holla if you need a ghostwriter, chump.
That shit crazy. Got the boy twerking and all that. That shit is disgusting to see. Pap, yeah. Let's go for the juggler. Pause. You see him clowning the black love because, he always had his pretty light-skinned girls. He ain't never really, the black girls never liked them when he was poor. And so he don't like them. You know what I mean? He could never do that. So he go for the girls that's asking them for 10 bands. He got to dump them. He never had a good relationship. He hating on you for your good relationship and what's going on with you. You got a good relationship with a black woman. Hey, no problem. That's not too popular nowadays. The big rappers, they go for the Spanish, they go for the light-skinned girls. Pap always kept it 100, but now 50 is insinuating that he got with her for the money. Are you serious? Pap, get him, homie. Fuck
so
it.
Papoose is basically saying, why you worried about me when you got other beefs you avoiding? He also throws shots about 50 deflecting from earlier drama and using trolling instead of addressing real issues. And now, this ain't just jokes anymore. This is personal pride. And listen, if you thought 50 Cent was going to ignore that, nah. 50 Cent came right back and responded to the Hills video by clowning Papoose even harder, basically saying that all his women look handsome. He posted the same video and then wrote the caption underneath.
Also, 50 this Remy too. He said all his women look handsome. That's a shot at Remy too.
What Pat posted, ha ha ha. That looked like one of his joints. All his hoes handsome. They tougher than him. LOL. Now, when this post went up, everybody was like, oh nah, 50 wildin'. That's when people realized this isn't friendly banter. This is full-on internet beef. And 50's not losing sleep over it at all. Let me say this though. This is not old school rap beef. Nobody's writing 16. Nobody's going in the booth. This is AI videos, Instagram captions, meme warfare. This might be one of the first real AI era hip-hop beefs we've seen between two respective names. And the craziest part, Papoose didn't even start the situation. He just felt dragged into it. So the big question is, does Papoose escalate? Does 50 double back with another troll? Or does this just die out after everybody gets their jokes off? One thing I know for sure, 50 is never done trolling. Papoose is not backing down, and social media is eating this up. So let me know what you guys think. Who's up right now? 50 Cent?
I'm going to tell you who's up. 50 looking like a crazy troll. He jumped in the ring with Papoose. He got smoke with them Brooklyn boys. You already know, Fabulous. Maybe they going to end up, who knows? Because 50 think he could destroy, like, when dudes team up, that's when he feel the right to team up. He feel like, oh, I could team up too and click up. But it's over some bullshit you started, homie. You started this dumb shit. Calling the boy, what did Pap do? Unless you just got an onslaught. That might be, Pap caught a shot because of the Fabulous situation. That's what happened. Tell you that right now. Fabulous crushed the boy. He don't know what to do. Fabulous got him in the loop, caught up looking crazy, and now it's on some next level shit to where it's like, wait a minute, homeboy. First of all, you couldn't handle Fabulous. Now you're just going to attack all the Brooklyn people? You know, maybe I'm tripping thinking on some Brooklyn shit, but we already know what's going on, man. The boy is on some crazy, crazy shit. He think he could fuck with people like Papoose or Fabulous. You bugging. These guys are intelligent when it comes to this warfare, whatever you think you got going on as far as intellectual warfare. What do you say? The trolling. You dealing with some Brooklyn boys, man. They going all out. They gonna ride or die. It's over. They gonna crash all the way the fuck out. Papoose, you violated him over his girl. He really gonna. It's over. Ain't no. That's his girl, homie. We don't play them type of games out here. You know all your girls. You know. We know what happened with them. They was out. They for sale. All your girls is for sale. Brooklyn niggas, you know, shit. We got them ride or die bitches. You feel me? Ain't no for sale. These, you know, all his girls are for sale. You see what happened with him and an old girl that was with Diddy. She was for sale. That's his baby mama, his son. Ever since that incident, you ain't see nothing. All them posts that he was doing with him and his little son, his little other son, not the son that he loved lately. You ain't see no more of them posts, Playboy. No more of those. So now you got 50 raging war against two Brooklyn boys at the same time. It's a dangerous place for him. It's a dangerous situation. Clarissa Shields got everybody mad and jealous because she doing her thing. She out there phenomenon boxing, destroying shit. I like what this thing is. So now you got the haters. New challenger every week. This nigga probably a 50 Cent lover. It don't matter. So now you got the haters that's watching. And it's like, whoa. You see Papoose dumped the one that wasn't for him and went for somebody that was for him. Haters watching like, oh, nah, he think he really gonna continue his life like that? Look at Clarissa Shields. She out here beating ass, getting money, doing her thing. Because Remy Ma said Papoose is using her. Nah, you crazy? She loved the nigga. He loved her. Got nothing to do with that. These boys is going crazy with the bullshit, though. I ain't gonna lie. Hold up, man. Let me see this real quick. Because 50 is out of pocket. He might lose now. I ain't gonna hold you. It's a different game now he playing. Urban politician.
I know. And then the nigga blocked me because I said 50 gonna bomb your ass. Yeah. I'm gonna let the people know.
But you a bitch too. 50 will bomb you. Why? Because he rich and powerful? These niggas is goofy as hell. They go with the rich and powerful first. When a real nigga sitting there minding his business with his girl, he got a rich bully who hating on him out the blue, talking shit. The fuck you think? What you think a nigga gonna do? You think a nigga gonna sit back and let him do that? Fuck out of here. Yeah, you're right. Cameron definitely killed 50 in that. You must not know about me. A lot of y'all don't know about that song. That's my favorite. It ain't the Curtis. Go listen to that. You must not know about me. Look at it. About pictures. 50. Oh, I'm cute. And he's not. 50. When you ain't have no money, nigga, you was looking crazy as fuck, nigga. Let's be honest. You was looking crazy. Your image was fucked up. Nobody really wanted to do nothing with you until you start talking about them gangsters. Till you started snitching on them gangsters. Till you started running your mouth about Preem and all the gangsters. That's when niggas started fucking with you. Stop it, nigga. Let's stop that. And then it got real. You got clapped up. You didn't die. If you died, it would have been over for 50. That's over. It's a wrap. Nobody would have known 50. When he got clapped up, he had no fame. When he got clapped up, he was nobody. He got clapped up. He's smart enough to use that. But he attacking these niggas for no reason because he think he's something. Fuck out of here, nigga. First of all, Pat did his thing with Clarissa, nigga. Leave that alone. But let me just see.
Cause this look crazy. Look at him. Be stressed out. I think it knocked him out for New Year's.
Let me watch the Dick Riders. Look. This nigga here. I don't know who he is, but he act like a hoe. He already on 50's side. I don't like you feel me? Like niggas just be on 50's side because 50 is the 50 don't fuck with him. I guarantee you, 50 don't fuck with this nigga. Niggas be on 50's side just because he the richest and he got the little TV or whatever. Who gives a fuck, nigga? Real niggas don't care about none of that. You violate a real one that's mind his business with his queen. Fuck you, nigga. Use a lame. You looking crazy. You Fabulous. Yo, you want to change the subject now? Fabulous. Come on, man. Yo, my nigga Urban, hit an iron on your shirts, my nigga. I know that's your your merch, and I'll buy one because I fuck with your channel. But nigga, representing right, my nigga. Come on now, put an iron on your shirt, my nigga. Stop that, nigga.
Woke up and wasn't thinking. All right, bro.
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot and all.
Cameron, dog, Clarissa, I don't know nothing about that. But I want to look into that too. Because, you know, Pap is on, maybe Pap the type man. Because trust me, I know niggas from over there and whatever else. If he got a real problem, if he trying to find Cameron and see Cameron, you ain't going to see Pap make no video about that.
Times, man, had to come tap in as we ain't even a full 40.
But on some sports shit, yeah, Cam is a sports broadcaster now. If we talking about some sports shit where Clarissa was boxing and she whatever else on some sports shit, Papoose he can't jump out the window every time somebody mentioned his girl name now. But the way 50 did it, he got no choice at all.
8 hours in to 2026. But it seemed like everybody still want to be in the mix. It's all the way turned up. Stories over here, altercations over here, confrontations over there. But shout out to everybody else. Hopefully y'all New Year's going great as well. And I most definitely do want to say this as well. God bless and rest in peace.
God bless. Let me tell you something though. Cameron, you better watch your ass, nigga. First of all, Cameron been getting reckless ever since he started getting his podcast bread. He got to pace himself. That's what I'm going to tell you. He got to pace himself with this shit, though. That's all.
To Z the Wizard out of Dallas. Condolences to his family, loved ones, and everything like that. Was shot and killed in the club. Was most definitely on his way up. Shout out to all those artists in that new Dallas movement and things like that, man. Rest in peace. Most definitely fly high forever, Z the Wizard, man. I was on you, so I was really.
Yeah, them boys, man. Dropping like flies, but rest in peace, Z the Wizard. He sound like that boy that got the name. What's the Kodak homie that got killed? Something the Wizard. Man,
watching, checking out your videos and everything like that was most definitely on his way. But in other situations and stories, we saw something that we didn't think we was gonna see. Papoose and 50 Cent getting into it. 50 Cent, I guess he caught wind of this storyline on the internet itself. And he reposted a meme because people were saying that supposedly Remy Ma and Papoose was together for the holidays and things. That came out to be not true. They just happened to shop at the same first store and things like that. So I guess people got to generate memes.
Yeah, I've seen that. That's the internet. Papoose ain't comment on that because you're not supposed to comment on the bullshit. But look. 50, y'all is crazy, bro. If y'all can't read the character of a nigga that's talking about Preem is the killer and all this crazy shit he was saying in them songs before about gangsters that's really in the street still, and then you see his moves and what's going on, now him and Fat Joe is friends, but you couldn't, man, how you and Fat Joe is friends when Fat Joe called you all kind of police and snitches and rats? And you called him all kind of whatever you called him. But you and Ja Rule, when from the same hood, two artists who really, if y'all clicked up, it would have been crazy. How y'all ain't, you know what I mean? How you could reconcile with that, but you can't reconcile. Like, this boy is crazy, boy. I really believe, like, what Murder Inc. said was right. It was all about some jealousy shit. He was jealous that Ja Rule was shining and he wasn't. He felt like, I'm the real, and if that's the case, then nigga, that's lame as fuck.
Clarissa Shields whooping on Papoose from the scene in the Black Sisters Revenge, and I had never knew what that movie was right then things myself. But
me too. I gotta check that movie out though.
Definitely, they said that's what 50 Cent got the meme from. Somebody made it, threw it up, and he was joking and mocking, saying that was assault. Well, Papoose had caught wind of that, and he made a meme himself with 50 Cent, put it up on the gram of 50 Cent twerking in a strip club on the couch looking like a woman, and said, no, stop deflecting, Curtis. The world is still waiting for your response to Fab and them. You from Southside, do something. Fight a flag.
Ain't that what I said? Boy, and I know we heard that before, but I ain't really peep it. I'm kind of slow. Fab said it on the nigga heavy. He said, "Oh, you're gonna regret that. Fuck, what are you gonna do? Try to destroy the black man's life when he came at you with bars? What are you gonna do? Use your money, use your power. This nigga 50 is the man. Remember we say, oh, the man trying to." This nigga 50, he always wanted to be the man. Remember, he the same one. Fuck this hood. If I could leave out this bitch and never come back, shit, I would. That's just like, well, how is that different from everybody mad at 21 Savage saying F the hood? 50 Ben said that. That's what he's about. He ain't with none of that shit. He don't want his girl to look like that. He don't want his kids to look like that. His son that look like him, he hate him. And his son don't fuck with him. They hate each other. But his light-skinned pretty boy son, he loved him until he found out about what's going on. I'm sure that changed. But it's a self-hate thing going on with the boy. That's why he knew this video of two black people talking to each other like that and black ass motherfuckers. He knew that. He feel like that's really going to affect him because that's something that'll affect 50. Nigga like Pap, that ain't going to affect Pap. Nigga, he's a real nigga. Yeah, my girl dark skin. Yeah, my kids going. Yeah, that's what it is. We love that.
Fight. Holla if you need a ghostwriter, champ. I mean chump. Hashtag bars on wheels. Hashtag Papoose. Well, 50 Cent caught wind of that yesterday, responded with, hey, look what Pat posted. Ha ha. That looked like one of his joints. All his H's handsome. They tougher than him. Referencing, trying to say Clarissa Shields. Then 50 Cent came back with this other post where he,
yeah, it's something to think about. Why do you think like that? Because she dark skinned, you know? If she was dark skinned, would 50 be saying that? No, guaranteed.
had that clip y'all seen right there in the beginning, the guy on the phone making fun of Papoose hair. I don't know if that's really his head or is that just a meme in itself. But then 50 Cent said, that's the fifth little NY nigga this week. Papoose came back once again and said, hey, put up another meme of him dancing inside the locker room like a woman and said, hey, why everybody keep comparing 50 to a B? Is it because he gossips so much? Why he still ain't respond to let's rap about it? He know he ain't nice for real. Go apologize to Banks, chump. You need him right now. Hashtag bars on wheels. Hashtag Papoose. And Papoose is making it real clear right here that he not shutting up if 50 ain't shutting up. If 50 ain't backing down, he not backing down. He keeps saying, go respond to Fab and them. You need to get at that diss song that they made about you. Why you not in the booth writing? And that's one of those things. People are going to view it how they view it on some New York hip-hop time. 50 Cent is most definitely supposed to be inside the booth right now. Just keeping it all the way down wild. When we come from this culture, hey, somebody that dissed you in the song, the bars, the music, hey, no matter this, it's for the sport of hip-hop. Fabulous most definitely came with a verse that was really punching and hitting and kicking, and we know that he got Bo in the tuck. If 50 want to get in there and go crazy, just keeping it all the way 100. But it don't look like 50 Cent want to do that. He did say that he was waiting until New Year's and he had some plans and things that he was going to get into. Now, I do feel
he don't got nothing to talk about no more, bro. He ain't in the streets. That early 50 was because he was in them streets still. He not able to conjure up shit. He can't do that. He can't remember them streets. He don't want to remember them streets. His whole thing was forget this shit. I hate this shit. Forget it. He does not want to remember that shit. So that's why his shit ain't been that lately. We like this first album. We like all his mixtapes, his first album, and some of his second album. But then he went into that AO technology and all that bullshit, and he fell off. He ain't have nothing since. Nothing. His nigga garbage when it comes to them bars. He know that. He's threatened. He's very threatened by people like Fabulous threatened by people like Papoose. He's shaking in his boots. He want to destroy their character, so that way they look super lame before he started rapping his little bullshit. But it ain't gonna work. What you gonna do with Fabulous? He's digging up shit right now, guaranteed. He looking for he's digging. Pause. He digging. A nigga like Fabulous been officially thorough since high school. Everybody looked up to him. He was a fucking idol of Brooklyn when he was a kid. You know, everybody fucked with him. If it's anything dirty, hey, it's something, like I said, something dirty on everybody, but it ain't gonna be nothing that the streets don't understand. As far as his domestic issues and all that, please, that ain't shit. Everybody go through shit. Everybody. Niggas ain't perfect. But he got problems with some official Brooklyn boys. And you know, to beat that, you gotta be all the way solid, homie. There's a lot of, you could think you could pull up something or think you're gonna find something, but I doubt that. And he's fucking so worried about them dudes. He's fucking worried about them heavy.
So that Papoose, who was also a lyricist, also a master with the words and can spit, and most definitely ain't tripping about rapping. I'm pretty sure he waiting with him in his mind right now. He already got bars prepared for 50 Cent, ready to go shoot a video, release it, and drop it. I mean, why not at this point? It's good for the game. Let's settle all the differences. Let's squash all the beefs. Let's settle all the smoke inside of the studio. No point for it to go nowhere else. All of these guys is in their 40s now. Some already in their 50s. I think Mano was already 50. So it's like, hey, we might as well just start turning this into some entertainment. Everybody can win off of it, but it seemed like right now everybody wanted to be firm and clear that they is not backing down from 50 Cent at all. Who knows what he got up his sleeve? I don't know if he really got a plan, or is 50 sitting back like, man, they really going at me right now. I can't win this one. 50 Cent been going at everybody all year. We seen the stuff with Diddy, Jay-Z. So they got to add Diddy, Jay-Z, and this is off the top. Diddy, Jay-Z, Mano, Fab, Dave East, Jim Jones, and now Papoose. And 5 of them is going to rap because Dave East is rapping. He did this 50 from what I heard in that, but
50 gonna try to round them all up in a ball and make a song. The problem is the money ain't there no more. If he do, he gonna be spending his own money, and he can't do that right now because you got that big ass studio in Treeport that requires every single dime that he got. So it's like, how you gonna fight this without the machines? You don't got Eminem, Dre. You don't got them big machines no more, but you still think you do. And everybody laugh, ha ha ha, 50, that's 50, ha 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 ha. 50 dealing with a lot of self-hate, internal shit. 50 is fucked up, for real, for real. He had a girl, he thought she loved him. He thought he loved her until she asked him for 10 bands. Then he realized, oh, damn, I'm still the lame old 50. Money don't change that. I'm still that nigga. He dropped her like a bad habit. He look at people like Papoose, who found black love and some real love, and he hate that shit. You feel me? Because it was a straight bullet, I think, unless it's some internal shit that we don't know about. But it looked like a straight bullet to me.
If he get this, he ain't gonna have no choice.
Not a straight bullet, but an unwarranted bullet. He just shot her for no reason. Just fuck it. Started the bullshit. Because he put himself in the shoes of being with a black girl like Clarissa, and he like the white boys, he can't handle that type of shit. So he like make fun of it. He wonder how that relationship is. I use you, whatever. What the fuck? That was weird. That was a weird shot too. Came from nowhere.
Whatever 50 go try to dig up and try to find on them. Mano is rapping. Jim Jones is gonna rap, and Fab is most definitely gonna diss. And I'm here to tell y'all, Papoose is gonna do exactly the same. You making fun of him, you making fun of his lady, disrespecting them on the internet, clowning them. Papoose is like, hey, bro, I ain't going away quiet inside.
That's why I fuck with Urban Politics. He up on shit. He out there in Texas, but he up on shit. And I reacted to a bunch of his shit. I fuck with Urban Politics for sure.
And I'm really ready to get active. Just keeping it all the way 100. I'm here for the sport. And it's crazy because I just saw that clip and I should have saved it and so I could put it up on here where Fab had talked about the issues that him and 50 had in the past, which they had eventually squashed, did music together and all. But he was saying at one point in time, him and 50 had their little issues because he said that he felt like 50 was dividing all the fans in New York, because when he was going at everybody, it's like, hey, I'm trying to be the top guy, but I'm making the fans choose. I'm dividing the sides, making people choose sides, and it's all to put me at the #1 spot, and the whole game could get hurt like that. We seen it. 50 Cent done this before with the he already had the beef coming in with Murder Inc. that everybody know about. But then once they did the New York song, Ja Rule, Jada, he went at them. Eventually had the issues with Cameron, had the issues with Styles P, and that was on the radio and stuff.
Only child, spoiled brat. Can't handle it. You can't handle when more, oh, you're going into, you're going. And he thought he still got the power of Death Row. Not Death Row, the power of Dr. Dre and Eminem. You don't got that power no more, homie. You don't got that machine no more. But now he got the machine of television, and that gives him some bread. But he's the boss. The bread is tied up. It ain't like he just super rich, Elon Musk rich to do whatever you want. But nigga, he trying to build some next stuff. He trying to be the next, and he doing it. We proud of him. But why you on this petty level with the bullshit?
Him and Cameron got into the full-fledged stuff. That's where the name Curtis had came from. And then also had the it was somebody else that he was having a little bit of issues with as well in New York. I just can't think of off the top. But with all this going on, this was happening in 2026. Everybody getting out there in the mix. But hey, I'll tell you this. I want to hear boys rap. I want to see it, bro, and make it entertainment. Boys ain't got to get in the streets. It don't got to get gangster. Ain't nobody got to get touched. Everybody older. Let's have fun with it. Let's turn it up. Let's rap. 50 Cent. Hey, I don't think 50 can see Papoose or Fab lyrically at all, but it'll be dope to get in there and hear a hard song from him. If you can make a hit, you can produce something that's undeniable. Boys will put you up there with
my boy don't lie. He's speaking the truth. He ain't scared. My nigga, he ain't scared.
Lyricists. It just is what it is. Somebody can win the lyrical battle, but lose the song battle. So we shall see. I don't think 50 Cent is finna go.
Yeah, you're right, because 50 could make good songs and shit like that. You're right about that. But lyrically, man, I never said 50 couldn't do no good ass songs. You know what I mean? That's why I fuck with Urban Politician though. Anyway, man, next topic. All these motherfuckers using hip hop to get their money, to get paid, using that image to, do their thing. Started from Africa Bambaataa, and I did videos about him. They all up in the system somewhere, It moved on to all kind of other shit and something I ain't even know. I always heard this name, but I never fucking knew. I always associated with something positive. You feel me? I'm talking about Dr. Malachi York. I never fucking really knew this shit, and it's a good YouTuber, but a white person, Al Prophet, who let me know what's going on. Then I did the research after I seen that, and I'm like, whoa, crazy shit. Your boy be out the book on that type of stuff. I didn't know. I always heard Dr. Malachi York and songs and things like that with positive people that's, hip hop. And I thought it was like, okay, he cool, Dr. Malachi York. Come to find out, this dude been doing the same thing Africa Bambaataa been doing, using hip hop to go ahead and manipulate and do the crazy weird shit. They say he was playing with kids and babies and stuff like that. It's disturbing. But let's just watch this. And there's a connection with 21 Savage, which was eye-opening too. Maybe it's nothing, but maybe it's something. I gives a fuck. This is what we do here on this channel. I got to analyze. Should I do it in real time with the people? I do it live with the people. And that's what I do, shit. So let's go. Let's set it off. And shout out to Al Prophet, and the channel is called American Dope. Them motherfuckers lit like a tick.
The bookstore inside, and a robed attendant who is very guarded when approached by a reporter. Do you follow the teachings of Dr. York?
Yes, we do.
Malachi York is the founder of the United Nuwaubian Nation of Moors.
I'm talking about a real nation, right? Our own nation, right here.
In the 1990s, York and his followers bought 480 acres of land in rural Putnam County, 70 miles southeast of Atlanta. They built pyramids and obelisks. At its peak, the property housed 500 followers, including families with children.
But no one tells us what to do but us.
I mean, we called it a cult. That's what we always called it.
Okay, right now, 21 Savage's new album is kind of flopping, and him and Young Thug.
21 Savage new album is kind of flopping. He's one of those journalists that got offended by 21 Savage when he said that bullshit, fuck the streets. And yeah, we don't like that, Playboy. You got real ones on you, Paul. It's like you could tell. And then you dig up stuff and then you find this out. Ain't nothing like I said, we'll see. We'll just play it. Let's go.
Are promoting this After Streets campaign, which is good. I mean, the street life isn't good and is dead, but the entertainment industry is so strange. And here we have a very weird tale that connects some unexpected stuff. Now, it's known that 21 Savage was born in London because he was talking like a nice young man when they wanted to deport him.
21 Savage says he is from Atlanta. He says it's where he grew up, starting in first grade. From the
Al Prophet don't fuck with this boy. He did some bullshit. Fuck the streets. When Al Prophet dug, he said, "Oh, wait a minute. Why are you saying that?" Dug it. Pause. Keep digging. Man, this UK boy said, "Fuck the streets."
The moment he was first detained, his legal team says there's been a lot of misinformation. And less than 24 hours after being released from an ICE detention center, 21 Savage sat down with us to set the record straight.
A rising star in the music industry, 21 Savage is considered Atlanta rap royalty. Was born in Britain, but lived in Atlanta. Immigration authorities say he overstayed his visa, which expired 13 years ago.
I don't think the policy is broken. I feel like the way that they enforce the policy is broken.
That's the same way he looked when he was over there on Big Bank Show saying all that dumb shit that was coming out of his mouth like diarrhea. I don't think maybe he's so smart that he's using the fact that he's from the South, allegedly, when he was born over there, and he's just like, yeah, I could just play dumb for the people because I don't know, but it's weird the way the shit he be saying, and it's like that shit don't add up. What are you talking about?
Shayab bin Abraham Joseph was his name, well, that's his legal name. His mother brought him over to Georgia, not Atlanta initially, but to the Nuwaubian compound.
How you think he talked right there? He talked like, "Oh, kind sir."
Down in Putnam County, where they had the Egyptian theme park. What was it called? Amartey. And this is where Dr. Malachi Z. York had moved most of his Nuwaubians from Brooklyn, where they had started in the late 60s. Dr. York went to prison in the mid-60s for grape and gun charges. He converted to Islam in prison. But
he been had messed up charges for grape. He went to jail for that thing. Ben had them charges. The spot in Brooklyn on Bushwick Avenue, I forgot Bushwick or what, but I passed by all the time on my way to Jackie Robinson. That motherfucker is still laced up. It looked like something crazy. It's a pink fucking, not pink, gold, painted gold. I'm gonna show, it's a picture of it on this, but yeah, it's still there to this day.
When he got out, he wanted to be his own cult leader or his own religious leader. He was a singer as well. Here's one of his album covers.
11 Alive News has learned that York's Decatur followers believe that York continues to update his messages from inside prison.
Ghosts produce the Caucasoid race.
This online lecture at the Decatur Temple appears to mix messages of Egyptian symbolism and black supremacy.
The Nagaru Negroid race is the personification.
It's sad as fuck when somebody like this who we thought was something get caught up in this type of shit, because it's like, what the fuck, man? Power, man. You get drunk off that power. You sick ass desires in your brain. You make it happen. That's just crazy as hell, bro. All them kids. There's somebody that should never been fucking. Man, he's in dudes rapping about just like Africa Bambaataa. Like, we was raised off hearing these names, and it's just sad because they fucking
Personification of the original creators.
Get back with y'all in about an hour.
The group's newfound presence raises questions about why they remain drawn to the teachings of a man. Led to the seizure of the property in Eatonton.
And of course, Brother Polite, maybe it's not clear, is he one of Dr. York's children or just an acolyte? But of course, Brother Polite was very key in keeping a lot of the Nubian or a lot of Dr. York's ideas alive.
It's a secret little sick thing that these guys, they really on some like the age, what the standards for the age for y'all ain't, that's not for us. To them, that's how they think, and they whatever they want basically, and that's sick. That's fucked up. Some whatever.
See, when you see, I'm speaking on behalf of the children or the people that had to testify or that testified to testify based on what that he did do something to them. For me, it felt like it was something that
scientifically, a child is a child and an adult is an adult. But we got to leave all religion and all the laws out of it and everything else. But a child is a child and an adult is an adult. You know, everybody know that. This is scientifically, that ain't even scientifically. That's just, you know it.
I had to do, because one, like I told you, both of my sisters went through the same thing I went through. And both of my older sisters. Do you mind sharing? I don't know. Sharing what? Okay, well, both of my sisters by Malachi York, by Pops, Garber, you know, Esau and Mom, Esau, whatever, you know, and they were ages. At what ages? I mean, you know, if you want to get the accurate number, you can ask them. Around what age? You know, I mean, 13, 14, 7, 8. You know, and I will only speak for myself as far as the things that I've been through, of course. And as far as if, you know, and I don't want to get graphic. One, you know, okay, I'm a dude. I'm not going to be walking around saying that said this and that happened. As a man, you don't want to be going around saying that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? People start doing the investigations and stuff. The FBI started doing the investigations, started trying to get statements from people. Both my sisters went ahead and gave their statements.
Yeah. Why do you think he's locked up for 135 years, underground 60 feet, in a super max penitentiary with no one with a case like into his own, amongst cannibals?
He wouldn't have been taken down, and he hasn't been taken down until they found something that to take him down with. If he threw everything with kid, did he really care about everybody else? This is what I have to live with. I have to live with how do I come across the people that's in the knowledge and even vibe with them and talk to them on a regular level, and people looking at me one way.
Nah, that's all good. You can always go to a class of ours.
That's cool, but you know what I'm saying? But it is, but see, the thing is that
don't make you a bad person.
At the end of the day,
it doesn't matter. Like I told you, if we say he's innocent, when he's still locked.
You got this weirdo defending this man against a child that's talking to a child that's been molested by this man. You got this weirdo criminal scammer foul dude defending him. That's just disgusting, bro. He's a foul one. Polite. He in prison right now, but we'll get into that.
Up in prison. Y'all word accounted for everything.
And so from 7 to 14, 7 years that I went through this, you know what I'm saying? And that's my story.
He was pretty famous for a while. He was a scammer, one of the scammers, did all these platforms. Vlad and all them let these guys come on. He pimps.
That's a fact. Vlad did.
And scammers come on and grift people. Brother Polite was in LA driving a Rolls Royce. He was scamming on.
You're a monster. A demon. The very first time that I allowed you to be alone with my brother. The very first time, and you couldn't even help yourself.
So this is where 21 Savage is unclear how many years he spent there. This is a picture of him on the compound dressed in the UFO black supremacy costumes or whatever they were.
That's why I do these videos. Did you hear what she said? the very first time. Okay, so why can't you understand the character of a foul motherfucker? I'm not blaming her, but I'm like, you don't leave your child alone with somebody just like that. It takes years before you leave your daughter alone with some dude. You feel me? Unless you really like, I ain't gonna hold you, you know. Girls I've been with leave their kids with me, and their kids was always safe. So there's chances, but you never know. You left that child alone, and I feel like you knew, you had some signs, because when you're looking at this type of character, well, maybe not. Some people ain't been through shit, they can't read the signs, but this motherfucker, man, the first time you left your kid alone, it's hard to not see that. That's crazy for me.
We're down there. Now, by the end, the Nubians were considered materialistic, meaning not a religion. They didn't really believe in an afterlife. Back in the 60s, when, the race war kind of stuff was going on in the United States, the York's teachings were similar to a lot of what the Nation of Islam was at the time. White people were the pale man, all that kind of stuff. But York built his own little empire, mainly in Bushwick, where I think they had like 20 buildings they owned at once. Between
that one right there is still there to this day. Pass by, is still there. Unless it changed within the last month or so, it's still there to this day.
500 and 1,000 people lived in these series of buildings in Bushwick, Bed-Stuy. It's the heart of central Brooklyn.
If the youngest documented case that we could pretty much prove happened was an actual baby by York. And we had the 4-year-old, and he knew no boundaries. It didn't matter age, it didn't matter male or female, didn't matter. He also had male victims, and of course they had a whole other set of difficult problems and internal issues to deal with, being male.
Selling, and that's a whole separate history that I don't really have the research on, but I do know that was going on, which is interesting. Dwight York was born in Maryland in 1945. He grew up in New York. Like I said, he got charged with grape, gun possession, resisting arrest. Spent 2 years in prison where he converted to Islam. Released in 1967, he attended New York State Street Mosque, the first mainstream Muslim African-American community in the United States, so not the Nation of Islam. 1967, he forms Ansar Pure Sufi. He is York's first group. Then 68 and 69, Nubian Islamic Hebrew Mission in America. This is where he starts to incorporate, the kind of wild ideas, black supremacy, and then he's getting into the Hebrew Israelite stuff. And like any good cult leader, as time is progressing, he's changing what they're doing to meet the interests of the day. From 1973 to 92, Ansarul Allah Community, York's longest running and most influential incarnation, headquartered around Bushwick. They were there for 20 years. They had 20 apartment buildings housing 500 people, they had bookstores, their own supermarket, clothing stores, other businesses. They considered themselves Sudanese. He lied about being the grandson of a Sudanese leader. They would the men wore robes and turbans, women wore burqas, and they tried to appear as maybe native African Muslims. But the literature, like Nation of Islam, it mixed Islamic stuff with Hebrew stuff with UFOs. So it's fairly crazy.
Guess what? If they didn't have none of that shit attached to them, I'm rocking with it, because it was a positive black movement. But see what's going on? Man, we need real leaders. Like these freaks, they get that power and they do all the freaky shit that they desire. That shit is crazy as hell. It's sick.
So by 92, well, so as rap is getting popular, he's influencing this. I don't know exactly who was influencing.
That's why I say they using hip hop too. They use hip hop, like Africa Bambaataa.
In what way Jaz-O, Jay-Z's original mentor, got mixed up within it. Africa Bambaataa, and we know what he did. He had some tangencies with.
I don't know what happened with Jaz-O. I gotta look up that. I don't know how, Jaz-O. Damn.
Dr. York. Dr. York, very influential. Remember, he was in the heart of, the two black population centers in New York, of course, Harlem and Central Brooklyn there, and they were a massive presence in Central Brooklyn. They influenced hip hop at the time, but of course, he was later convicted, and it was proven that he was messing with kids as it progressed. So does that mean? What does that mean? Is that part of is that why rap has become? Well, all of entertainment is pretty.
Yeah,
there's sick elements in the whole entertainment business. This is just one particular story. As he moved beyond the Black Hebrew Israelite stuff, then he declared himself an extraterrestrial named Yanun from the planet Risk. And they worship Egypt's and they worshipped pyramids that UFOs were. So they built this theme park. Well, they called it a theme park to make it sound less disturbing, but he was telling the followers that these pyramids were going to draw the black UFO men from outer space to come on Judgment Day.
Man, this nigga's trying to be slick. The black UFO men from outer space. This motherfucker here. I fuck with Al Prophet though.
And 144,000 would be saved. So they're down in Georgia there in the 90s, and they're kind of more of a curiosity. As you could see from the white farmer being interviewed, he didn't seem too scared or disturbed or anything by them. But 1998,
what really happened in Bobbitt's house is what formed the basis for his ultimate conviction and sentenced to 135 years in federal prison. I was peripherally involved in some of the story, and I said it's one of my claims to fame. My paper let me pursue it, not as vigorously as I had wanted to many times, but we did get some of the stories into the paper. We did view York as something other than this sideshow that other members of the media seemed to think that's all it was. And it was after one of my earlier stories, after that trip to New York I described, that a woman who had born Iraq-free children saw that story and saw that someone was seeing this guy as a criminal, and she wrote an anonymous letter to Putnam County authorities, which helped to turn the investigation from what it had been, more or less zoning battle, into which was what it needed to be all along.
County
his own son turned him in. Imagine that. His son is the reason why he's in jail doing all that time. His own son.
Sheriffs first suspect criminal activity when there's a bunch of young girls, 13, 14, having babies at the local hospitals, and the girls won't speak. All communication had to go through men, and they would take the placenta, which is the afterbirth, when they left the hospital, so no DNA testing could be done. Because if a 13 or 14-year-old girl, well, you could test the placenta and say, oh, well, if you had a baby with a 50-year-old man, we got some criminal charges coming. Now we come to this guy.
Okay.
I guess you got black men who probably agree with that in their little sick minds because they always want to do that. Say like, oh, we just spreading the black race and da. But the problem is with that is these are minors, their brain ain't developed yet. You forcing them into some shit that they might not agree with in a sober when they become an adult, not sober, but when they a mature brain. So that's what I got an issue with. That's disgusting. That's foul, and it's against the law too. Also, by the way.
Okay, and he's playing it, and he turns on.
This is his son,
Icy, and he said, "Yo, this song by Jeezy is the best song, man." I said, "That's not Jeezy. That's a guy named Gucci Mane." He said, "What the hell are you talking about?" I said, "This is Gucci Mane. This ain't Jeezy." He said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Jesus, Jeezy record." I said, "No, it's Gucci Mane's record." Yeah. He said, "Who the fuck is Gucci Mane?" I said, "It's an artist." He said, "You want to sign him?"
Just like that.
Just like that. He was like, "Can I sign him?" I said, "You need something over here."
Yeah.
Got all this fucking face, a studio and selling 7,800 records. So I'll bring him over. So I called him. I said, "Hey, you want to sign to these guys?" He said, "You think I should?" I said, "Yeah, sure. We'll get together. I'll do everything." He's like, "Yeah, but I was like, but I already knew Jeezy.
Yeah.
For years before. And secretly, I kind of knew what was going on.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be.
He's smart. He's a little smart.
I don't want to be facetious.
Yeah.
So let's be honest. I knew that Jeezy couldn't make a hit for radio.
Yeah.
And that's why this song was on his mixtape.
Yeah.
He wanted the song.
Yeah.
Now, that's Jacob York talking on the Ray Daniels show. Ray Daniels show is a good show. You should go. He has like a 2.5-hour interview. Ray Daniels, the God Show, if you're interested in the business kind of side of the music industry, hip hop especially. I guess Ray Daniels is some worked at different big labels and is a manager in his own right. He may have produced some songs. So that's Jacob York. That's Dr. Malachi York's son. And they don't go into it in it. I don't know if Ray Daniels knows who he is, or people really. The only reference Jacob York is talking about, he's saying, "Oh, yeah, my parents taught me not to have any glass ceilings, and they're very interesting people." And he doesn't go into it, but Jacob York. Okay, so they were suspicious of Malachi York from his underage births. They knew something was going on. Jacob York, who in 2001, Jacob York calls the feds and delivers up multiple girls, women now who are. I was molested. Like Jacob York facilitates the case against his father. And Jacob York was already somebody in the music industry. And guess, I don't know how much of a relationship he had with this guy, but Jacob York was the producer of Junior Mafia and Little Kim's first albums. So he had to be connected to who? To Diddy.
And I want to talk about this Diddy situation when it comes to these Diddy parties only. The conflation between Diddy parties and Diddy's parties, which are two different things. I'm watching promoters make jokes about this. I'm watching it on Page Six, Page Six, which is owned by, I think, the New York Post, which is a right-wing magazine, using it. I see TMZ using it for content. We threw for them because I've thrown public parties for Diddy at clubs like Rain, at clubs like Mansion, at clubs like Crowbar, at Atlanta, at Dreams, all over the country. I've done Diddy parties, which
how these people were interacting, there's no proof of any of this Diddy had Bad Boy. Junior Mafia and Little Kim were spinoff of Biggie, of course. And if Jacob York produced their albums, you would imagine he had some connection to Diddy. Now, of course, the Nubians, they operate under the name of Worldwide Sabians now. They still do stuff. There's still some of them in Georgia. There's still some I think the final building in Bushwick may be for sale. I think they finally, I was looking on a Facebook page and there was a lot of flyers for events up until maybe 2023. It may be over in Brooklyn now, finally. But lots of articles looking to where you have people, like in a lot of cases, a certain number of the people recanting, but in a cult atmosphere, that's not to be surprised. But everybody didn't recant about what happened. And as you can see, and you can hear from some of the investigators, I mean, there was an extensive investigation done.
Also, by this time, the street toughs in Brooklyn had it picked. They started calling him the Pimp Enoch. It was, again, entirely accurate.
And the first interview took approximately 3 hours with her. And I've worked a lot of cases. That's primarily what I handle. So I've heard quite a bit. But I have to tell you that when I got home after interviewing this young lady, I cried. It was very gut-wrenching. And your heart can't help but go out to these people. And I agree totally with the sheriff. You have to put out of your mind the question, why? How these are not, unintelligent people. These are people that you sit down and can carry on an intelligent conversation with. They're artists. Some of them are very, very talented. These children learned early on that in order to get the everyday things that we would have, which would be luxuries to them, that they had to perform certain acts and do certain things for him. They didn't realize that this was not normal behavior. And I recall one victim telling me that one day she was actually in York's bedroom watching TV because they didn't have that in their trailer. That was one of their luxuries that they got when they went to his house.
So here we have the son. So now Dwight Z. York was convicted of 135 counts of doing you-know-what to KIDSs, which at the time, and maybe still now, is the most counts of that of anyone in American history. So his son turned him in, which is good.
That's why I put Al Prophet. They kept it on the low because he connected to too many powerful people. But I'm sorry. The truth got to come out so we learn from it.
The pushback from people still loyal to Malachi York is that his son was mad that his father didn't support him, and especially because of the kind of music, the Little Kim, the Junior Mafia, that type of music. And that here's a picture of Jacob York supposedly on D-Rugs. They really, in this article I found, really try to make Jacob York sound bad. But there was a trial, a big one, a lot of raids, a lot of stuff happened. And so 21 Savage lived there. And Malachi York's son has been, now this is Ray Daniels' interview. As you see, Ray Daniels interviewing him now. Ray Daniels.
Wow. Savage was touched by a dude. Savage was touched by a dude. The mentality to put that thing on your forehead like that when you wasn't even a star. Where does that come from? Self-hate. Dude fucked his brain up at a young age.
Jacob York is one of the few people that he
went to the streets to rebel against all this shit.
Like gets information from, is the most knowledgeable about the music industry. So I'm not sure what all Jacob York has done since Junior Mafia days, but must be a lot because Ray Daniels has done a lot. So for him to look to him as someone to ask questions for. Now, I don't know if Ray Daniels knows all this stuff, and it's really not per se relevant, just very interesting. These the kind of people that are in the music industry. So the 21 Savage in his interviews lately, as his album isn't doing well, as the whole debacle with Gun is a Rat, and Young Thug stood tall, but then all of a sudden the Young Thug takes the same deal as everyone else, but he's not a rat. Then he goes and gives those interviews where he just talks in a circle and sounds retarded. The Emperor has no clothes. Like, I don't know how Young Thug's ever gonna be.
You just fucked up there. See, I should make a clip of this. Clip this. You said the Emperor has no clothes. What? Raekwon got an album called The Emperor's New Clothes, and it's based on a lot of shit. You just mix those things up, my boy. That wasn't cool. You ODing. You showing your true feelings. But let's go.
Be able to really have a music career. He's like a 6'9" now. It's just once you these guys' personalities exposed. See, Gunna didn't really give interviews. Just make music. If you're a musician, just make hot songs that people want to listen to. If you're basing it too much on your personality, then you better have a good personality. And it didn't work for Young Thug. But there's a very cult-like atmosphere, or cultish obsession that has developed with being street, with criminality. Like, I'm going to be a criminal just for criminality's sake. And there's these rules you have to follow. Thou shalt not snitch, and you can't do this, and you can't, and this is how you do that. And it's almost, people talk about it with like a religious fervor, as if they're not just talking.
When the snitch thing come to play, I got to agree with Thug when he said that was a culture thing. That was a black culture thing. It had nothing to do with the gangster this or none of that. It was just growing up in a black household, and most of us was like, you know, tattletale, what you telling on, your mom would be like, you know, that's how we grew up. So they always try to use snitch as an example, but that's not a good example because we grew up like that. If you're in a crime with people or you doing something with somebody or whatever, you don't go tell. Like, that's just how we grew up.
About people committing crimes, like it's something else. They're not doing it for the money. It's something else. It's like a cult. I've seen that. Well, you can see it for yourself with these gang members. Some of the craziest ones just going on No Jumper in LA. Like, what are they in the gang for? It ain't for money and power. It's like a cult. Like, I'm in the cult of the Crips, and I stand outside and ask people where they're from. Like, what is, like, Crips?
Now, it's not for money and power. That comes with it. If you stay down and you're one of them ones, you're going to get money and power if you're in that life. So I don't understand that point either. He's going crazy. I like his channel, but right now he's doing too much with his opinion and sound like he off a little bit. I do like his channel, but I was thinking about it like he covers all the black drug dealers, all the black hustlers and the gangsters, and now showing some bullshit. You want to cover this too. You feel me? Like, and he pushing it with this one. But I'm happy he exposed the truth about these filthy ass child. I don't know if I can even say the word, but these pretties, these Chesters.
Mac, like, he's like a cult member. Like, he went to jail for a gun that don't work. So there you go. There's food for thought. Maybe we can investigate it deeper. We'll see how interested you are. But 21 Savage, one of the biggest rappers at one time, part of the cult of street rap criminality that seems to be crumbling. He grew up on Esther Colt's property, at least for a period of time. That doesn't mean he was victimized or that he's into that. I don't know. But why one of the names, Dwight York, the main name he used for himself internally was Issa. Why was young 21 Savage's first big album, while they call it a mixtape, Issa Mixtape? Issa Mixtape. I used to think things were coincidences, but not so much anymore.
He got an emotional connection.
Why did he name it after Dr. York? Did he name it after Dr. York? What does that really mean? And Dr. York's son, Jacob, certainly learned from his father how to understand and control at least some demographics of people, and he's apparently parlayed that into some somewhat powerful position, or I don't know, maybe some of you know more about who he's produced.
My boy stretched it there. Hold on, let me look the sun.
What he does in the music industry. I mean, I would have.
Our Prophet, that was a stretch. But the fact is, he did come up under Dr. Malachi York. Wowzer. He named the album Izza. They used to call Dr. Malachi York Izza something. Izza something. It was kind of deep. Or maybe he wasn't touched by Malachi York and he agreed with his movements and how he moved with the little girls. I don't know. But like I say, where there's smoke, there's fire. That was crazy as hell. Shout out to Our Prophet. American Dope is the channel on YouTube. Go tap in. Shout out to everybody else who I reacted to today. It's your boy Bush, another Bush reaction. Tap in, lock in. We ain't going to stop. We're going to keep moving and grooving. Shaking and baking, never faking. You already know. We out of here, y'all. Like, subscribe, and share that shit, man. We out.